What's up, YouTube? It's your boy, and I'm back with another video, man. And you already know what I need you to do. Hit the subscribe, hit the like, hit the notification bell, because it does go a long way with helping out the channel. If this is your first time, welcome to Hold My Nuts Podcast. We talk about everything semen retention and no fap. If you stumbled across this video, it's no accident. I already know why you're here. You're tired of releasing on your keyboards, your laptops, and your desktops. You're tired of being manipulated and dominated by female culture. You're in the right place. If you already been rocking with your boy, you already know the love is real. Without further ado, man, let's get into the video today. I had to do a part 2. Why do they want us to bust so bad? It's simple, man. They want to whip you into submission. They want to take every part of man from you possible and to reduce you down to a piece of bread. They're here to take your manhood away, man. They're here to whip you into submission. And the way they are doing this is so genius. That's right. It's genius. It's preying on your lack of control. It's preying on your overindulgence in lust. It's preying on that. And it's making you a victim, right? You are being sifted away day in and day out, driven away by your lust, driven away from being enticed by your sexual appetite. And what they're doing is they're beating you into submission. Now you got to ask yourself the question, why do they want to beat us men into submission? It's easy, so we can't fight back. So they can pass their legislation, so they can do whatever it is they want to do, because while they're writing those laws and passing that through Congress and doing their thing, you're out here watching porn. You're out here giving your money away, going from bar to bar to bar. You're out here logging in to OnlyFans. You just out here doing the most. You have no discretion, right? They're whipping you into subjection. They're making you a slave to their system, and you can't even see it. That's one of the best ways to deceive a person, is to be so tricky with it, to be so cunning with it, to the point to where they don't even know they are being deceived. They don't even know they're being led astray. Why do they want you to bust so bad? Why do they want me to bust so bad? So they can control me. So they can take my mind off of manly things, off of godly things, and place them on women. Place them on sex. Place them on the overindulgence in sexual appetite. That's why. They want to beat you into subjection. These people are out here trying to strip you of your manhood. Now, here's the funny part about this. This is primarily a man channel, right? I mean, I have women who follow me. Shout out to all the women who follow the channels. About 10% of the subs are women. So that's roughly around about 170 women, man. So I really appreciate you guys rocking with your boy. You are indeed the anomaly of what I'm talking about. But I appreciate you guys chiming in, dropping comments, and taking this information for what it is. So thank you to all the women that follow the channel. But guys, here's the big secret. The powers that be, these are men. These are men in control, feeding on your lust and using women to do it. These men want to make you docile so they can pass their agenda, so they can do what it is they want to do. If you are a man and you are consumed with lust, you are consumed with your sexual appetite day in and day out, brother, you are not even tapping into your full potential. I don't care if you have a 6-figure job. I don't care if you're making $1 million a year. I don't care what it is you're doing. I don't care what economic level you are at. If your main focus 24/7 is women and your sexual appetite, you are leaving money on the table. And what I mean by money, that could be translated into a lot of different things. You know, you can be doing much more. Your business can be a lot bigger. Your family life can be a lot better. You are leaving resources on the table 360 degrees because your focus is on something that's meaningless. The Proverbs tell us in Proverbs 31, verse 3, do not give your strength to women. Do not give your strength and your vigor to women, especially when you're young, because you're dissipating yourself. You're releasing your seed. You're releasing your energy. You're not going to have those resources when you're older, right? It's not going to be cool to be trying to sleep with every girl in the bar when you're 60, right? You're going to be that guy, you know, trying to have all the girls when you're older and you're just out of touch, right? They're trying to whip us into subjection. They're trying to make you Dwayne Wade. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to turn you into D Wade. Come on, man. They're trying to whip you into subjection to get you comfortable. Because here's the reality of it. Once they can whip you into subjection and you've done it so much to the point to where you can't even call nobody else out for doing it. You can't even be like, yo, you can't do this. You can't do that. You shouldn't do this. You can't do that, because this is a lifestyle that you're living. So now they're taking your mouthpiece away because they've shamed you. You're being shamed now by yourself. Your consciousness is shaming you because you are engulfed in these things. You are practicing these things. This is what your life is. So how can you go tell somebody not to do this and not to do that? The Bible says you got to take the beam out your own eye before you go try to take it out of somebody else's, right? So they shame you. They get you comfortable with it, and they penetrate your mind. They penetrate your consciousness with TV, with YouTube, with Facebook, maybe not so much Facebook, but Instagram, TikTok, and then the hubs, right? They're giving you this information and they're forcing these ideas on you. It's called auto-suggestion. It's auto-suggestion, right? They're just feeding it to you. That's what advertising is. When you watch, when a person is willing to pay, a company is willing to pay, $5 million for a 30-second commercial during the Super Bowl, it's because that $5 million is nowhere close to the value they're going to get from that impression being planted in your mind from that 30-second commercial. Think about that. They're willing to pay tens of millions of dollars for a 30-second ad during the Super Bowl just to get the impression in your mind. Because you might not buy from them the day of the Super Bowl. You might not buy from them a week from the Super Bowl. You might not buy from them 6 months from watching the Super Bowl. But that impression in your mind is going to be there when you start to think about whatever it is you're trying to buy, whatever it is you're trying to purchase. Same thing when it comes to the over-sexualization of things. When you see so many Instagram models, when you see so many sexualized shows, TV shows, this stuff is being impressed upon your subconscious, being suppressed upon your mind. So not only are you being controlled by it consciously, but you are also being controlled by it subconsciously. And once this stuff seeps into your subconscious mind, now that's when you begin to act on autopilot. You wake up and pull your laptop out and bing, you splatter that screen. You splatter that keyboard. You splatter that desktop. You destroying it. You got the disinfectant. You got the paper towels, the napkins. You got to wipe it off because it went everywhere. It went everywhere, man. It went everywhere. That's why they want you to bust so bad, because they want to get you on autopilot. You know you're on autopilot when you have an account with a username and a password for a porn site. You are in the system. You are in the system. Now they are really collecting data on the type of person that you are. They're collecting data on us all. But watching porn and being hooked on porn says a lot about you. It gives whoever wants this information insight onto your psyche, how you think, right? Especially with the type of videos that you gravitate towards, right? What you type in, the keywords that you type in when you're on these sites, right? This is building a case against you, right? You can never take those things back. They want you to bust so bad so they can whip you into submission, so they can get you on autopilot, and they want to take away your manhood. This is what this is all about. And men are the ones behind this agenda. There's some women too, but it's the men who understand these things and are getting other men trapped up, all for the sake of the dough. Listen, I don't need this dude being filled with testosterone. I don't need this dude focusing on God's principles. I don't need this dude doing this. We want to get as many men trapped in this web of pornography and sexual immorality as we possibly can, because that's how we take over the world. We have to bring him to his knees, and we're not going to do it by force. We're not going to go and say, yo, listen, you got to do X, you got to do Z. You need to do it now. Nah, we're going to be patient, and we're going to flood media with sex, and we're going to get the world to buy into it, and we're going to get them hooked. We're going to get the average dude liking 15 Instagram model pics per day. They got this stuff written out, planned out 10, 20, 30 years down the line. They're already planning this stuff out, man. Next thing you know, you're going to have the VR goggles. You're going to be sitting in the comfort of your own home, thinking that you're in some other type of virtual reality world. And somebody you know is going to come through the door that they forgot their keys or they forgot their lunch, right? And you're going to be on the couch in this other world, with your earplugs in, going to town. And this person's going to put you on camera. They're going to look at you and be like, what in the cheese grits is this? This cat is really on the couch in the living room, just walking around like Adam out of the book of Genesis, no shame, going to town. He got the earplugs in, so he can't even hear me. Can't even hear me. They're going to bring that shame on you, bro. That's just what's going to happen. They want you to bust so they can whip you into submission. And the sad part about this is women are understanding this now. This is not even no longer being a secret. You had some women who were so good, they didn't even know they were doing this. This was just part of their character and who they really were. But now these women are technical about it. They will frame their words and their questions in order to lure you in. You don't even understand this. Listen, I'm a salesman. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I've been doing my whole life, selling real estate, selling insurance, selling whatever. I'm just selling stuff. You understand what I'm saying? So I understand how when you're engaged in a conversation, you're engaged in a negotiation, how people will frame questions and they will frame words in order to get you to respond the way they want you to respond. These women are getting technical like this, and you think it's a game, but it's not. They're really out here doing this. They're really doing this. They are really taking their craft to the next level because they have to sell. They're selling themselves. So what the higher ups are doing, they're saying this, listen, we're gonna make a hybrid. We're going to make a hybrid way for you to sell yourself. You no longer have to stand on the street corner. You don't have to stand on the street corners anymore. We got OnlyFans now. You got your video camera. yeah, go ahead and do some videos. Go ahead and take some pictures of yourself. You don't have to be, you don't have to, be be a playmate in the Playboy magazine, right? You can create this world yourself, and we're gonna allow you to monetize it. And you can just put it on our platform, and we're gonna do it for you. We'll take 30% of your earnings, right? Right. So now you got guys feeding the system. Now you're a slave. Once you start paying your bread, they got you. The moment you say in your mind that I'm going to pay to watch porn, I'm going to pay for OnlyFans to see this girl do this dance on this video, I'm going to pay, right, to take her out multiple times in hopes that I'll get the V-Bucks. Once you accept and it becomes autopilot to where you're now actually budgeting month to month of how much you're going to spend on your sexual appetite, they got you, bro. And it's going to take some deep prayer, fasting, and you're really going to have to make a decision to follow Christ, because if you don't, bro, you're going to stay up in that web. You're going to stay up in that cycle. That's just what's going to happen. This is why they want you to bust, so they can dominate you, so they can control you, right? If you are not giving in to your sexual desires and your sexual appetite, you can't be manipulated. If they can't manipulate you with sex, then what are they going to manipulate you with? That's like top one on the list. What are they going to manipulate you with if they can't manipulate you with sex? Got to think about this, guys. Your power is in the fact that you are retaining and that you can control your sexual appetite. You can control your urges, and you can decide where that sexual energy goes. Once you learn how to control it, now you have the power. And like I told you guys before, man, you have to do this by the Spirit. You can't, if you retain just for the sake of retaining and you think you can do it just, to have the urges, but you're retaining, eventually you're going to give in, you're going to relapse, because you're not doing this by the Spirit. You got to do this by the Spirit, guys. You got to meditate. You got to fast. You got to pray. And you got to get to that point to where you can get over those urges, and you can't be manipulated by these women. You can't be manipulated by these other devices that are coming to harm you. This is why they wanted to bust so bad, bro. So they can destroy us, so they can completely annihilate us, so they can take away our manhood. We have to stand up. We have to fight, but it's a vicious fight. It is a vicious fight, but your life is on the line. Your life is on the line. Your progress is on the line. Your destiny is on the line. Your business is on the line. Your family is on the line. Your health is on the line. Your son, your daughter, they're on the line. Everybody's on the line. You have a decision to make. Are you going to allow yourself to be a slave to the system that's going to strip you of everything? Or are you going to stand up and fight no matter how difficult it is? If you're watching this channel, I already know the answer to that question. You're only watching this channel because you believe and you think in your mind that there's a better way. So I salute you. This is how I start watching semen retention videos and things. And I'm like, man, this living this life of whatever, that's fool's gold, man. That's fool's gold, right? It's time to man up. Man up means following God's principles, standing on those principles, and not being swayed to the left or to the right. Right? Standing, not being manipulated. If you ain't rocking with this, I ain't rocking with that. It's a mutual understanding. It is what it is. I'm moving forward, and whoever with me, that's who with me, man. This is Hold My Nuts podcast. I'm always here to stop you from releasing on the keyboards, the laptops, and the desktops. And I'm going to holler at y'all in the next video. Peace.